All right. How are you today?
I'm better. I'm very sluggish. Yesterday I bumped up my eating for my shot, and I'm really glad I did that because I had zero nausea. I had heard that there's lots of nausea with this shot. I had zero nausea, but Matt, I thought like I could have fallen asleep standing up. I was so lethargic yesterday, and I'm glad I worked ahead, and I'm glad I got my chores done so that before I picked up the girls, I could just lay down. And, I didn't have great sleep the night before, but if that's all I'm dealing with is a little bit of lethargicness. And last night I wanted to go to bed super early and I wanted to sleep in this morning, but my arm feels a little sore, but I feel great.
Were you lethargic before you got the shot, or do you think there was actually a correlation there?
I think there was a correlation there because I really was like moving and shaking and getting stuff done. And I had to run an errand in between my shot and getting home, and I was fine during my errand, and it wasn't like maybe 20 minutes after I got home that I was like, I have to lay down. I can't like sit here and do laundry. I have to like put my head down. So, and when I got the girls out of school, like we snuggled in bed and watched a show for an hour, and I didn't sleep, but I was down.
What, did you watch something relaxing, or did you watch something hype to try to get you going?
No, we watched a sitcom that we're loving as a family right now that has its moments that I'm like, ooh, I don't know if the children should watch this. But a lot of the stuff flies over their head, so I'm kind of like, okay, whew.
Do you care to share the name, or you're worried that if you share it, you will be judged by the listener? Or
I might be judged by the listener, but for the most part, it's not bad. It's called American Housewife, and it's an ABC sitcom, but it's on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
And it's mom and dad and 3 kids, and they are not from the town where they live in, and everybody in the town is kind of perfect and wealthy, and they are not, and so like, oh, I can relate to a lot of things that's going on in this show, and it's definitely has its laugh out loud moments.
Does it have a rating on it, or?
I mean, it's a sitcom.
Do you know if it is like an 8 p.m. Central Time sitcom?
It is.
So that might indicate that it's a little more.
It's prime time.
I mean, if the government allows it to air at 8, it must be okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's lots of things like with any sitcom that's going to fly over the kids' heads that are meant for like a little bit more of a mature audience, I guess.
Sure, right. Like a Disney film, there's some kind of dirty insinuation in every Disney film, right?
Right.
And plus, if you're there with the kid, that's one of the reasons why there's that PG rating, parental guidance.
Right.
It allows you to reset things and say, now here's why this is no good, It probably allows you to have those conversations, right?
Exactly. And it's a series. I just looked it up. It leans heavily on jokes about body size and body image for laughs. The main character is an overweight stay-at-home mom who laments the fact that she sticks out among her much more slender female peers, and she spends much of her time dwelling on it. Ooh, that was not a rating. That was like a opinion about it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Synopsis, right?
Yeah, that was 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Well, when I said rating, I meant like...
I know, that's what I was looking for, and so I thought this was something like from the show, and it was not.
Gotcha.
I was trying to get what you were trying to get. That was not.
Okay.
Fail. Sorry, Matt. They're not allowed to watch the show without me watching it with them. So if there are things that come up in the show that they might need to ask questions for, I'm there. So they're not allowed to watch it without me.
You don't go, be quiet, I'm trying to pay attention to the show.
I didn't hear that joke. Now we have to rewind it. No, because I don't want there to be like a subject matter that I think should be discussed that they watch by themselves and then they don't discuss.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a teenage daughter, there's a middle school son, and then there's like a 3rd grade daughter, and the 3rd grade daughter has OCD. And that's the reason that she's there at this school, is because she can get the help that she needs because it's a special needs thing. And so.
Right. This is supposed to be a positive show, an affirming show.
Yeah.
It's not like there's like fat jokes or something like that in there.
No.
We're making fun of people. It's supposed to be an uplifting experience, right?
Right.
So
And the mom is a larger lady, but she never once like, oh, I'm so chubby. No, she talks about how important it is to eat healthy and while making lots of jokes.
I love it when you break out that voice.
I know, right?
That's pretty good.
It's a good voice.
Is that how she sounds, or
no? That's
just your whiny voice.
Just my whiny voice.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. Kate's review of American Housewife.
What about you? How are you today, Matt?
Good. It's Friday. Getting drunk. Getting down on Friday, you know.
Whoops.
Rebecca Black, she's back, as a matter of fact. Did you see the updated version?
No.
Oh. Did you see the original version? I feel like we talked about this.
We did talk about it original, and I wouldn't have known her name had you not have, educated me. But I am familiar with her previous work.
Yeah, there's a remix that's very rhythmic and electronic and not as good. Not as good. No.
Not as good.
Yeah. Friday. She kind of has that same, her singing voice sounds kind of like your whiny person voice. Yeah.
Okay. I can get that.
Friday. Fun. Just that kind of nasally kind of deal that you were doing. Shove your voice up into your noise.
Any weekend plans?
Oh.
Other than tipping it back?
Sleep. Got to catch up on sleep, even though there's no such thing as catching up on. There's no sleep bank. You can recover some by getting that sleep, but, you can't really be deprived of sleep for a week and then be like, well, I'll just sleep 24 hours this weekend. That'll make up for, the 2 to 3 hour deficit each night.
Right.
That math doesn't quite work, but you get my point. So,
but you're going to try to catch up on sleep?
Yeah, that's the main.
Even with the math?
Main thing. Even with with the math, you said. I briefly heard meth. No, I've never done meth, Kate. How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah. Don't do meth. Come on.
That's horrible.
Oh, but math is great. Highly recommend Matt and Kate. You need to put that on maybe an apron or something.
An apron?
Yeah, trying to diversify our future merch store.
I get it, but apron?
So far, we have a coffee mug that says, "Don't wake me." God, I keep messing that up.
Come on. Get it right.
We've got a coffee cup that says, "Don't talk to me until I've had my Matt and Kate," which is kind of like I'm not woke until I listen to Matt and Kate, although woke can have a negative connotation. So don't talk to me until I've had my Matt and Kate as our coffee mug. I think I agreed we could print that on a mouse pad.
Uh-huh.
And then yesterday or sometime this week, do you remember the phrase that I was thinking that would also be good on a coffee mug?
I remember having the conversation, but it's gone now.
It was something very memorable that clearly belongs on a coffee cup.
Clearly memorable, Matt. So memorable that you and I can both pull it up right now.
And then we've got this new one. We encourage Matt and Kate, that goes potentially on an apron. You got to know math if you're going to be like, oh, this asks for a quarter cup of flour or whatever the hell. And I only have, 1/8 cup measuring cup, Kate.
It shouldn't be an apron then. It should be a magnet that goes on your fridge with all of the measurement breakdowns.
Is that where you keep your measurement cups, though?
No, but it's where I keep my measurement breakdowns so I can go to the fridge and be like,
oh,
okay, it says I need this, but I could use this instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're wearing the apron to impress the other people.
No, I'm not.
To impress and encourage
to impress the dog?
And the kids. The kids see, oh, yeah, don't talk to me until I've done some math. Matt and Kate.
I mean, if you put it on the fridge, they're going to see it every time they get in the fridge.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear an apron?
Never.
I found my old McDonald's apron recently. Not yet.
You still have your McDonald's apron?
Yes. And I've got a whole bunch of enamel pins from my time there. Like I found there's basically a Ronald McDonald hand, a disembodied Ronald McDonald hand.
What?
That's doing a thumbs up and it says 1 year on the collar of Ronald's shirt for my 1 year of service there, Kate.
I don't understand. It's a pin, not a writing utensil.
Yeah, an enamel pin that
you attach to your apron. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was picturing a pin with a thumbs up with Ronald's arm. Like, why isn't it attached? But go ahead.
Well, it's right here on my bag. Let me show you. Let me turn this bag your direction. Yes, I added it to my bag. I need to show this pen off more. Clearly, people aren't going out of their way to look at my pens.
Clearly.
Unfortunately. So what do you think?
It's nice. Impressive.
See how it's cleverly located next to the clown emoji? So it looks like the clown is giving the thumbs up.
Ooh. Yes.
Was like clown creep you out?
Proud of your service, Matt.
Yep. And then I've got my employee owner pen, 100% Kate. And then I have the 2011 No More Trash Bash pen, which I found here in, it was a vacant desk after an employee moved on.
So how often do you bust out your McDonald's apron?
I've yet to wear it. It's actually ready to go in the laundry, but I need to wash it with some heavier items because it's got like the little metal clips on it.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to, damage my delicate clothing, Kate.
Oh, no. Not because of the McDonald's apron.
Yeah, because those metal pieces are going to be flying around in there.
You got a lot of clothes that could be damaged.
My unmentionables, Kate, could be damaged.
Oh.
Anything could be. My polos, my...
What?
A variety of other things. I think it needs to go in with like the towels and stuff, heavier things.
You don't think your T-shirts or jeans they're not durable enough to withstand some snaps?
Well, the jeans would be fine. Yeah, it'd be fine to go in with jeans. But like also towels, like you don't want to have, I read that having towels are very abrasive. So having those in with shirts or whatever that you want to last you a long time. So don't they say like wash things with like materials? Nothing?
I get that. And for the most part, I do that. But if there's a small load and I just want to get it done, I'll throw in like towels with shirts. But I also need to point out that we don't wear, especially lately, we're not wearing anything nice or fancy. So,
well, you know me.
Everything could all go in one vat.
Since I'm getting dolled up every day in, the finest silk things.
Finest threads.
Yeah, the finest threads. Yeah, you know me. I don't want to damage that stuff. And being a one-person household, I don't do laundry that much, so my piles of laundry don't really accumulate quick enough. I don't know. So... the McDonald's apron. I just found that recently when I was going through some old boxes. And it's not embroidered with the iconic M. It's just a black apron that you were required to wear when you were working the grill.
And you didn't have to leave that behind when you put in your notice? Or you were supposed to and you took it anyways?
I was probably supposed to leave it behind. Probably. I'm fairly certain we were allowed to leave with I'm fairly certain I've got some uniform shirts somewhere. Fairly certain they don't want those back, what with, used armpits and stuff like that.
Ew.
What?
I agree with you. I mean, people wouldn't want somebody else's uniform shirt. That's what I'm...
Yep.
I'm agreeing.
So I need more pens on this bag, too. And I think I do have more McDonald's pens, but when I was looking them over, I didn't find anything extra compelling.
So where are the extra pens that are not on your bag?
They're in my garage in one of those plastic cases that rotates. One of those display cases. I think I got it at you remember Venture?
Yes.
Which was a Kmart clone or whatever back in the day. Maybe a little bit fancier of a Kmart clone. I think I got that when they were liquidating.
You got a rotating display?
Yeah, I'll have to take a picture of it and share it with you after I get home.
What else is in your rotating display?
Oh, there's a lot of McDonald's stuff in there. I think there's my driver's license from when I was 15. I forget, because a lot of it's fallen down, so it's all the way at the bottom on the the Lazy Susan section.
Okay.
I'll have to look at it again. It's buried at the back corner of my garage.
Oh, so it's not on display in your garage.
No, but yeah, I probably should remedy that.
Okay, yeah, I think you should.
And maybe find some more modern things to put on display in there.
There you go.
I can't come into my house. The things in my house need to leave my house. One in, one out. This club is max capacity because my items are not 6 feet apart. Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, if my items were capable of giving each other COVID-19, we'd have a real hot spot situation, Kate.
Is your display unit, is it a countertop one or is it like a floor length?
Countertop. It's about 3 feet tall. My guess is that maybe watches or something like that were in it once upon a time. One of those style. Plexiglass.
And when you decided to bring it home, what was the vision that you had for it at home?
I don't know.
Okay.
My brain doesn't go back that far. I just remember that I got it at possibly Venture when they were liquidating all the displays and stuff. I don't remember the intention, but I got it when I was in high school.
So you paid for it?
Yeah, I paid money for it. I don't recall how much, but
Okay.
Any other questions about the display case?
I'm just thinking there had to have been like some sort of like, oh, this will work great for my blank, blank, blank.
No, I don't remember.
But right now this will hold all my McDonald's memorabilia in my garage.
It would also work well for baseball cards.
Okay.
But I don't think I got it for that.
Okay.
Even though I do have a bunch of baseball cards still.
Okay.
Tucked away a few feet from the display case, buried in my garage, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a 2-car garage?
One. It's very long, though.
So it could be a 2-car?
Well, if I had one of those smart cars, those cars that are like 6 feet long.
Okay.
Maybe they're longer than that. I could park that in front of my Corolla, probably.
Okay.
I could fit a golf cart in there pretty easily.
Okay.
If there wasn't a bunch of stuff in there.
Okay.
Stuff in the way.
But you can park your car in your garage?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a good couple of winters, though, where I couldn't because I took way too long to move my things inside the house when I moved into it.
Gotcha.
And I was like, what? And once I cleaned it out, once I consolidated the things, a.k.a. mushed them all to the front of the garage, and I was like, what have I been doing with my life? Once I started parking back, inside during the winter time.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have a basement that you could be like, okay, this stuff can all go in the basement. Then I get the garage back and I'll figure out the boxes in the basement.
I am very pleased that I do not have a basement because that would just be further stuff that I needed to get rid of or stuff I would acquire. And then there's the whole flooding thing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a big slab.
Gotcha. I'm trying to get things out of my garage and I'm taking them down to the basement because there are things that need to be saved but don't have a place yet. But we got to make room in the garage so Monty can do some projects and so we can fit a lawnmower and actually use the garage for vehicles, that whole thing.
My dad fertilized and mowed my yard the other day. Speaking of garage items.
Way to go, Papa Stooks.
Yeah. He also did my taxes this week.
Ugh. Can I give him mine too? Because we have got to get those done.
He might be okay with that. Geez, you're running out of time, Kate.
Matt, just say yes or no. Don't guilt me, okay? I already feel it.
Well, you did get, this pushed back to May 17th or something.
Uh-huh.
So you could push it back. However, my dad volunteers to do taxes. And so that's how he has his tax software where he's able to do some family taxes.
That's nice.
Yeah, friends and family taxes. But they're like, we're still done doing this on April 15th, which is good so they can get to their... because a lot of these are retired guys and gals that do taxes, and they deserve to get to their spring. So
yeah.
Yeah. So there.
So your dad's doing your lawn work and your taxes. Jeez.
Yep, he's amazing, Kate. He's amazing. Yeah.
And what are you doing for your dad?
Being a kind and caring son, Kate.
So you're inviting him over this weekend for a coldie? Sit on the deck, Dad. Let's have a coldie. Watch baseball.
A coldie. Never heard it called that before.
You act like you're so grown up to say a coldie, but you've got pins on your backpack.
I'm just saying, I hadn't heard coldie before.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, that's a staple.
I've heard bevy. I've heard people say bevy before.
Ew. Who says bevy?
I'm not going to tell. They don't want to know that you hate them.
That's obnoxious. Are they those people? Obvi. Let's have a bevy.
I'm not going to name drop some. Well, actually,
are they those people, that like...
Sheesh.
Oh, I got it. I'm trying to think of another word I can shorten.
Kate, you're extra judgy today, I feel like. What's going on? Why are you coming at me?
No, you just judged me with coldie, and it felt like you were saying like you're too old for coldie, but I'm surprised.
That's not what I said. I just didn't know what it meant.
It sounded. You had the sound, but I was just surprised.
Yeah, but then you kept on judging me once I made it clear that I just didn't know what it was.
Oh, I'm not judging you. I'm judging your friends.
You kept on fronting, Kate. Kept on stepping too.
Bevy. Who says bevy?
You're like, which one of your friends said that? And I'm
I I don't need to tell you, Kevin. It was Kevin. No, I don't need names so much. It's like, are they our age and they say bevy?
I'm fairly certain. I haven't heard it in a while.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain I've heard this.
I haven't heard bevy.
Yeah, beverage.
Yeah, coldie is a staple.
But you can say...
Let's have some coldies.
Beverage is a long word, so abbreviating it to bevy makes sense, whereas like coldie versus beer...
Let's save all that time.
Versus beer or cold one?
No, it's it's not to save time. It's like, let's have some coldie. Who wants a coldie?
No way.
I got a coldie.
What if that's ice cream?
It's not. It's beer. I never ask my children, you guys want a coldie?
I guess it depends on the context.
Oh my gosh. I introduced the kids to froyo the other day. And at first you would have thought I was punishing them. Like I was trying to be like all fun mom and like, oh, let's go get a snack after school. And they thought that they were going to Sonic or something. In which case they just get a slush. Finley was like, Mom, I don't want yogurt. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get yogurt. You guys can watch me order and you can decide if you want yogurt or nothing. And they went in and they saw all the hand scoops and they saw the toppings and they're like, well, maybe we should try it. Gosh. Trying to be a fun mom, Matt.
In fact, I can go, meh. So I'll see that on the waveform and know that that's where the edit point is.
Okay. You don't need a dog clicker?
No. It's do you have one of those?
No, but I looked into getting one of those for commercials, but
how'd you get turned on to that?
I saw a TikTok. My sister sent me a TikTok about people who do a lot of audio and when they are recording, if they have a mess up, they do the dog clicker.
Right.
And they just redo that so that when they're editing, it's really easy to see the dog clicker.
Yeah, I've seen a video from Mike Delgadio. I think Mike's his name, who is a voiceover artist, and he reviews microphones and various other studio tricks and items and stuff. And so he was showing off the dog clicker, so I thought maybe that was the one you saw. I follow a few different YouTube channels. I have my cooking channels, and I've got my audio gear channels.
Gotcha.
So for the listener, when you're doing a recording session of like a commercial or something like that, you may find yourself messing up. And it may be a lengthy recording session. And if you've ever seen one of those little waveforms, one of the, if you've seen like the needle going back and forth on the deal, we can see like a giant timeline of all of our audio. And so if you've got a clicker or that you make that awkward noise I made at the beginning of this segment, you can see where it is. So you can hunt it down and delete out the junk and know that that's where your good part is between the click points. So. Does that make sense? Did I do a good job explaining that?
I think so.
I heard this one.
I mean, I get it.
this one guy I worked with would do a little noise with his mouth, but his was something like that. At least that's what I think he did, because there was this one day he was doing this report on the air, this pre-recorded report, like a news segment or whatever, and then right in the middle of it, you hear...
Like he was supposed to? Oh, no.
So I think he meant to go in and edit something out, but then forgot about it. Pretty funny.
Oh, no.
Pretty funny. Yeah.
I had a commercial the other day that it was supposed to be 30 seconds, and it kept coming up to 33 seconds. I'm like, I don't know how to squeeze this commercial any tighter. And I went back and I tightened things as much as I could, but I didn't listen to it from start to finish.
Oh, okay.
And that was my problem, because I had one line in there twice because I didn't like the way I said it the first time. But when I was editing, I didn't, I was distracted and I didn't catch it. So it was like, call them today. Call them today. I was like, whoops.
Well, you really want to emphasize the fact that you should call them today.
You should call them today.
Yeah. So here's a tip, Kate, if you actually do end up with too much copy. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes people want to mush in everything into their commercial message.
Right.
What you can do is you can pan the audio, so that one speaker is playing one, like the left speaker could be playing one sentence while the right speaker is playing another. So you have sentences playing at the same time, Kate. So there's your pro audio editing tip for today.
Well, looky there.
Yeah. So very intelligible for the listener to hear multiple sentences at the same time. Oh, sarcasm. I keep on doing that. Ugh.
Oh, man. There's that.
Sarcasm alert.
Right? There should be I'm glad you did the bah, 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 instead of something like hazardous or, that might be confused for an actual emergency.
Right. People pull over.
What's going on?
Oh my gosh, there must be a fire truck or a cop or an ambulance that needs by. Because, I'm that good, Kate. I can do a pretty good ambulance siren, but I can't show it off now on Matt and Kate because it might throw people off who are driving. So
you're going to have to save that for over the lunch hour when we're just hanging out and you can let her rip, Tater Chip.
Well, the listener may want to hear it, so maybe someday we can record it and put it up on the website or something.
Okay.
And
yeah, listeners love hearing ambulance sounds.
You can put that on KJ1055.com. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can now listen to the Matt and Kate podcast at KJ1055.com under shows, as well as in your podcast player of choice. Do it today. Do it today. Today. Why? Because we like you. MOUSE.
There you go.
Oh, really off key there. It's early.
Me.
Do ra mi wa wa.
Unique. New York. I mean, is that an actual scale, or are you just flipping around with do re mi?
Yeah, that's an actual. Do re mi is a scale.
Right, but what you were doing?
It's the major scale. Was I off key?
No, I'm not talking about key. I'm talking about the things that you were saying.
Oh, yeah, the words were totally incorrect.
Oh, okay, just making sure. I'm like, I don't know.
Except for do and ra was kind of close.
I didn't know if that was a scale I didn't know from your days in high school.
I didn't want to get sued for...
Oh, okay. Impeding on Sound of Music. I get it. I get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Sound of Music? Not in the public domain yet?
I don't know. I would think that it's not because of all the other covers. These are a few of my favorite things, and The Hills Are Alive. And
so I searched DuckDuckGo, my search engine of choice. I recommend one might try it out if they don't want to be tracked all over the internet like Google does. So you're seeing search results for the same product you searched for 10 years ago, or if you find that creepy. Sound of Music. No, it is not. It was first performed in 1959 as a Broadway work. And then it was automatically renewed when the laws changed in 1963, so it has a copyright that will last 95 years. So you and I can record our own version of various different Sound of Music items in the year 2055, Kate.
Wow.
But however, just to be clear, because I don't want to mislead the listener, we're allowed to sing songs on the radio. We just don't want to punish you.
That's true.
Our license that we use to play all this music, play all these hits you've come to know and love on KJO 1055, St. Joseph Music Station.
Like the Sound of Music.
Like the Sound of Music are covered under our ASCAP BMI, whatever the hell it is. So there you go. Oh man, we learn and grow so much about broadcasting and commercial production each and every day on Matt and Kate, huh?
Anything we can do to help. Oh, I just got cold all of a sudden. Like that was a big old chill.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. Maybe it was a ghost.
Ooh.
Come on, Matt. You know you want to.
Ooh.
There it is.
Oh, man. Halloween, 6 months away, Kate. Until I can start getting Halloween commercial production and, break out the spooky voices.
Right? I mean, I think you should start putting yourself out there now. I know Halloween's 6 months away, but get on this while you can.
Yeah, I think like Christmas in July, now would be the perfect time because Christmas in July is 6 months from Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have that math right? 7 months from Christmas? Yeah, 6 months. If you do them, okay. 6 months and a week from Christmas. Doing the calendar work in my head here, so please pardon any mistake there.
Okay, not to be like crazy, but wouldn't it be June? Since June is the 6 months and December is 12 months? I know lots of people do Christmas in July sales, but Christmas is 12/25, so wouldn't 6/25 be 6 months away?
No, because I said, oh yeah, you're right. Because Halloween being at the end of... No. Because Christmas in July, if you do it like July 1st, is basically, that's why I said 6 months and a week.
Okay.
So Christmas being on the 25th,
okay.
a week later, you're January 1st. 6 months later, it's Christmas in July.
I mean, I know they do a lot of sales in July, like Christmas in July.
It's not just sales. I think people gift things in July. I think that's the thing.
What?
Like it can be Christmas in July for like a charity or something.
Are you for real?
I most times. And this time, yes. For real.
I've never heard of that.
No sarcasm. So anyway, with us being about 6 months and a few weeks from Halloween, we could have Halloween in April. Kate?
We could.
Or May 5th or 6th or something like that. Either way, plenty of time for any place that sells Halloween decorations or anything like that to advertise on KJ1055, St. Josie Music, with all of our other fine advertisers, because Matt and Kate listeners are highly intelligent with disposable money, disposable income, and families that would appreciate a Halloween in April or May. Kate?
Right? So, like maybe a redo on Halloween from last year? Like, can we get people to...
I don't know. Do we have enough herd immunity to pull off a door-to-door trick-or-treat right now, Kate?
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
I just know that parents probably aren't going to commit Halloween costumes in April or May for the end of October. You know, kids change their minds.
Here's something, Kate. You could dress up your kids as various ghouls, goblins, Disney princesses, Princess I, and go door to door and see if people give you candy. See if people give you candy when you knock.
And just show up, trick or treat.
Trick or treat, and they'll go, oh. And you go, it's Halloween in April or May or whenever we ultimately... And this is early brainstorming here.
Okay. Spitballing.
Give us a minute. Give the Matt and Kate show a minute, dear listener, to figure out exactly when we need to have Halloween in May or April or May.
I don't know. I think we should open it up for feedback.
Okay.
If we're going to successfully do Halloween in May, how should we do it, dear listener?
You're going to get that up on the Matt and Kate Facebook, Kate?
I think we should.
All right, Kate.
Candy catapults from the front porches.
Is that what you did? Or it would have been out your apartment window or something, right?
Yeah, we didn't do that. Yeah, no. We didn't do that.
Fine.
I don't know, but I mean, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way to do it, and we can snowball it so that more people are on board with this, other than just me and my kids going door to door. Okay,
get your votes in or type in your thing.
Ideas
at the Matt and Kate Facebook. Search into the Matt and Kate, and we'll keep it open for a bit so that we'll talk about it next week sometime again. We'll revisit Halloween in April/May. Next week on Matt and Kate. Kate, look at that.
Whoop, whoop.
There we go. A nice tease for the listener to look forward to for next week. And the listener right now might be like, oh man, I can't wait until Monday so that we're into next week. Kate?
Right. I can't wait for Monday. Can't wait.